Hey, what's going on? It is Josh with Everett. Behind me today, I have these two incredible pieces of machinery, the Hummer EV truck, as well as the Hummer EV SUV. First of all, we wanted to address some questions about the GM Ultium battery, about EVs in general. A lot of people, when you hear EV, you think Tesla. And let me tell you, these vehicles that GMC has put together is nothing like a Tesla at all. In my opinion, when you come to a Tesla and you look at it, it's not necessarily luxury. You get to the interior, it's pretty bland. But when you come to these Hummer EVs, you check them out on the inside, you check them out on the outside, you look at them, these are actually luxury vehicles. These are vehicles that are meant to perform. Now, both of these vehicles, the Hummer EV SUV as well as the Hummer EV truck, are the Edition 2 that we have on our lot. This is gonna get you about 7,400 pounds of torque. And about both of them I think it's around 400 miles of range. Think about when you fill up your gas tank at home, right? You're gonna take your car, depending on how often you drive it, maybe once a week, maybe once every 10 days to go get gas. And you're gonna get anywhere from 300 to 400 miles of range in your internal combustion, with your internal combustion engine vehicle, right? So that's kind of similar here. With these EVs, you're not having to plug them up every single night. You're not gonna run out of range on a daily driving. I mean, there's not a lot of people that are out there driving 300, 400 miles a day. Most of us are just driving to our workplaces and back. Stay tuned, because we're gonna talk about planning your trips in the future. But for day-to-day drivers, these are great vehicles. Yeah, you can come home, plug them in every night. If you get the regular cord charger, we would recommend you get a level 2 charger. You can see our parts department about that. But you can use that cord charger. You're just only gonna get maybe about 10 miles per hour. It's very low per hour, the cord chargers, but once you go up to that level 2 charger, you can get more miles per hour. The Hummer EV SUV is gonna get 51 kilowatts per hour. Think of that as miles per gallon. So 51 kilowatts per hour, whereas the SUT, or the truck, it's a little heavier, so it's gonna get 47 kilowatts per hour. So that's just kind of some general knowledge about the batteries in range. You know, we hear a lot of concerns from people about, well, am I gonna run out while I'm on the road? How long is it gonna take me to charge? Am I gonna be sitting here for 5 hours waiting for my vehicle to charge? No, you're not. And so we would highly recommend you come and test drive these and check out the experience for yourself. When you turn these on, it's definitely a different experience. It's a very quiet experience. I, in fact, turned one on earlier to drive it to where we're shooting this video at today, and I was kind of like, oh, is it on? And yeah, it was. But it's a nice, silent, smooth ride in your vehicle. So that is kind of about it I wanted to talk about on range, and I wanted to talk about with concerns over range in general. Let's talk about the GM Ultium battery. Now, the GM Ultium battery, unlike the Tesla is a unibody battery that's under there. The GM Ultium battery is made up of many different cells of batteries underneath the vehicle. So they can think of them as kind of like pancakes. They can be stacked horizontally, or they can be stacked vertically. And so that's a really cool thing. This is a multi-part construction of the vehicle. It's not all one piece, so to say. When you have to replace these batteries, it's not as much of a job as it would be if you owned a different type of EV. Now let's talk about replacing the batteries. So that is a major concern that people bring up to us all the time. Oh, those batteries are gonna go out, they're not gonna work, they're just gonna be trash in a couple years. That's not actually true. What we're told and what studies have shown is that these batteries will last you 8 to 10 years in general. Yes, it is semi-expensive to replace them once you do need to replace them. However, think about your vehicle ownage. How often are you trading in and trading up with a new vehicle or a different vehicle? And so I would encourage you to kind of put this in your general thought process of owning a vehicle, when you're trading in, when you're trading up, and do you own vehicles for 8 to 10 years? If you do, then you can take into account how much is it gonna cost for me to replace these batteries. But if you don't, then that shouldn't be a concern of yours. Now, all vehicles we know have recalls and warranties. your warranty or those recalls are going to be covered when things happen. So things tend to happen with vehicles in general, internal combustion engines vehicles in general. So when things happen with EV vehicles, we feel like it's kind of heightened in the sense that there's not as much inventory out there. And so because of that, the percentage numbers tend to be more on, oh, there's a lot of issues with EVs. Well, there's a lot of issues with internal combustion engines vehicles as well. It just happens to be there more of them, so you don't hear about it as often. So know that you are covered, and if there is an issue, we'll take care of you and we'll figure out how to move forward with the issue that you might have with your electric vehicle. Let's talk about home charging and your ability and the cost of gas versus electric charging. Now, gas right now, as of filming this, is around, I think I saw it this morning for $3.29, $3.30 here where we live in North Carolina per gallon. So depending on what your vehicle mileage is right now, if you drive a truck, say you're getting 18 to 20 miles per gallon, right? If you drive a smaller SUV, you might be getting anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per gallon. So you can calculate those rates as you need to based on your situation. Now, Duke Power, July to October in our area in North Carolina, they charge 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So if you think about that, the Hummer EV SUV gets 51 miles per kilowatt hour, and the Hummer EV truck gets 47 miles per kilowatt hour in it. So you're only paying 11 cents for 47 miles or 11 cents for 51 miles. So you can do the calculations based off of your situation, where you might be, vehicles you might be driving, but in the end, driving an EV might actually end up saving you money year over year. Now let's talk about planning our vacations and charging inside of the vehicle. When we're talking about charging, you have a lot of different options to plan your routes for longer trips. You can use your My GMC app, which also you can use your My GMC app at home to monitor your charging. As your vehicle is charging, you can check on it, see how things are going. You can also open up Google Maps, and this is really cool. So say you want to go to New Bern, all right? Maybe that might be a beach destination. We in North Carolina love to go to the beach, right? And you're going to notice when we type in New Bern that we're not going to have enough power to get there, but that it's 4 hours and 34 minutes to arrival. We're about 70% charged right now. We got 204 miles to charge. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit add charging stop. Now remember that 4 hours and 34 minutes, right? Add charging stop. So what we can do is we can look at the different charging points available. Now this is going to tell us it's going to take 5 hours and 43 minutes to charge here. Probably not a place that we want to charge. It's going to take a day, 6 hours. Once again, not a place that we want to charge. But we come down here, there is a fast charger at this Electrify America. It's going to be 1 hour and 19 minutes. So we're going to click on that. All right, so now our trip in total is 6 hours and 2 minutes to New Bern. We have one stop right outside of Durham, it looks like, where it's going to take 1 hour and 19 minutes. So you can stop and eat dinner, shop, get coffee, whatever you might want to do. And then that'll take us the rest of the way to New Bern. Say we want to go to Southport, very popular place that people go on their vacation trips down to the Oak Island area. We're going to click Southport, North Carolina. Here we go. Once again, we're not going to be able to make it on the charge we have. It's a 4 hour and 42 minute trip, so we're going to hit add charging stop. This is going to tell us there's a 26-minute EVgo charging station or 44 minutes, or there's 26-minute EVgo right here south of Charlotte, and then there's a 44-minute Shell station right there. So we're going to have two stops. One is probably, maybe 15, 20 minutes longer than your regular gas station stop. One is a little bit longer, but that only added 1 hour and 15 minutes to our trip in general. Now we're at 6 hours and 4 minutes. So we're really not adding that much time to our trips. Most of the time it's just a gas station or maybe a meal's worth of time to your trips. So you can plan your trips out beforehand based off of where you're going on your vacations, inside of the vehicle. If you're traveling, if you're out and about, and you need to find a charger station, Google Maps is a great way to find that charging station. So that is a little bit about electric vehicles. We want to address your concerns, right? We want to hear you out. We want to hear what you have to say about the electric vehicles. We know that it might not be for everybody, and that's okay. But for those that might be questioning it, for those that might be like, is this something that's for me? We want to give you the best information that we have right now so that you can make the best informed decision for yourself. So come on down today or shop our selection anytime at everettchevy.com. We look forward to seeing you soon.